There's a lot you can do in this town. You set it up and turn it around. We might have come from somewhere else, but this is where we found ourselves. Welcome to the local show. People you work with, people you know.
Welcome to another edition of the local show here on GrassRoots Community Network. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. Thanks for joining us during Thanksgiving week. I'm so grateful for you being here, especially our live audience watching across social media and on local GrassRoots Community Network up and down the Roaring Fork Valley. Really excited to bring back, just in time for holiday shopping, guys, a longtime friend. She is the ringmaster at Aspen Emporium and Flying Circus.
That is true.
It's Shae Singer. Welcome back, Shae.
Thanks. I'm very thankful to be back here with you.
I'm thankful for you, and I'm thankful for Luna.
Oh, there's Luna.
And what's really funny is we both have doggies named Luna.
We do.
Our moon doggies.
Yep. This is your Luna. My Luna's outside waiting. Yeah.
Is your Luna a Labrador or
She's
golden?
a golden retriever.
Golden, okay.
Yeah.
What's she like?
She is a rescue from Golden Retriever Rescue, and
Nice.
she's a trained service dog, sort of in retirement at this point, and she is just now about to turn 5 years old and just becoming a real golden retriever. I think it's taken her 5 years to escape, if you will, the drama of being a rescue creature.
Right.
Yeah.
Drama, trauma, and whatever kind of backgrounds they have. Luna was over
knows?
2 years old, feral, when I rescued her. So severe mange, all these kind of scabies and skin type afflictions. And
Sad.
Scott Dolganow, our former head vet, was like, I think that's one of those Mexico dogs. I'm like, Mexico? Like, isn't it hard enough for people to get across the Rio?
Oh,
But anyway, she's just turned out to be such a great. She was really super skittish and timid too, because of this kind of feral background. I'm like, she may have been looking for food 2 months ago in an alleyway. I don't know. But I think that they appreciate you more. You know, I don't know. Yeah. Maybe that's a little corny, or I'm humanizing them a little too much.
Yeah.
But I think when you rescue them and they have kind of maybe some traumatic background, some baggage, they might appreciate their new forever owner even more.
They might. Well, they become what we want them to be.
Oh, girl.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're reflections of us. See, I'm kind of anxious too, Looney. Yeah, it's exciting. Our second show of the season.
We can all have a howl. We can all have a howl. Ow!
Ow! Well, I'm grateful for my doggies. I'm going to give my top 3 podium gratitudes right now as we move 2 days to Thanksgiving. And the first, well, we'll put them on the same podium on the top, are my 2 doggies, including my family.
Yeah.
So it's family, including my dogs that are my immediate family right here in Aspen. I'm going to say athletics, because it's such a big part of my life. And the third, the snow we have right now. Granted, we could have more and all that. We could always have more, but I'm thankful for those things.
We have snow.
Family and friends, athletics, and we have some snow to go play in.
Perfect, yeah.
And
we're going to open. We are going to be one of the, that's right. So our ski resort is opening.
Which is really cool.
We're very lucky.
So what's on your podium of gratitude, Shae?
Oh my gosh, I'm grateful that I have my health. I'm grateful that I have my family. I am the luckiest person to have a home in Aspen, Colorado, and a business that I have created that supports 80 local artisans and gives them the opportunity to show the world and the valley what they do and what they create. And
she agrees.
You agree. And you agree. Oh, yes, you do.
She's just going, yes, right on.
Yes.
For sure. In dog.
And dog.
Thought I'd do a little translation. Sorry.
Yeah.
So living in Aspen.
Yep.
Family and friends. Good health.
Good health, good air. We could live, my gosh, we are very lucky that we have made the choices that we have that have allowed us to be in this place and have this life.
Right.
And we can only do good things to help other people be thankful and to have the best lives that we can have people surrounding us with.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it is. It's people say, well, I'm really lucky, but it's really you're really fortunate and you're really blessed, because luck is just kind of happenstance and random. We made decisions to create our lives.
Yes.
And that's one of the biggest lessons of life, is every decision we make, furthers our lives, creates our lives.
Absolutely.
We were talking a little before the show. Look where you want to go. whether it's mountain biking, skiing, or life. Or Klaus says, yeah, if you want to end up on Red Mountain, don't be looking up at Aspen Mountain. So I think, we project that, right? We project what we want. We create our lives with our choices.
We create our realities, and we create our end results.
Right.
We can make things happen if we choose to do so.
Well, we foreshadowed the show because we're going to talk a little bit about these local artisans you get to feature at your amazing store on Main Street.
Yeah.
Aspen, Emporium, and Flying Circus.
Yes.
But first, we're going to take a quick break, Shae. I want to
Sure.
thank my winter underwriters that make shows like this happen with one of our most successful local entrepreneurs. I want to thank, I got to look at my list here as I start out, Gonzo Nation, Haiti Children, Highlands Ale House, Klug Properties, Obermeyer, Picken County Landfill, and Sundog Athletics. We'll take our only break of the show, guys, about 2 minutes. We'll be back with Shae. We're going to talk about secrets to success in local retail and where you might want to do some holiday shopping, where I do all mine for family and friends. We'll give you some great holiday gift ideas. Don't go away.
The Gonzo Foundation is a nonprofit organization created to promote literature, journalism, and political activism through the legacy of Hunter S. Thompson, and is a proud supporter of the local show and GrassRoots TV. For more information, visit thegonzofoundation.org.
I'm so passionate about this community. I absolutely love living here and raising my family here. It gives me a lot of pride to share this with my friends and my clients and help them achieve their dreams of owning an Aspen snowmass and enjoying this incredible lifestyle.
I'm Klaus Obermeyer, and I wish you a terrific winter on the Aspen Mountains.
Locally owned and located at the base of Aspen Highlands, Highlands Ale House features delicious scratch-made comfort food, cocktails, beer, and more. Their sunny outdoor deck is ski in, ski out. 2 miles from Aspen, they're open daily, winter and summer. Sundog Athletics, Aspen's adventure sports school, is your opportunity to experience private, all-inclusive snowshoeing, cross-country skiing, and fat biking instructional adventures that will improve your safety, performance, and enjoyment.
Welcome to the local show. People you work with, people you know.
All right, guys, thank you for sticking with us here. Grateful for great local shopping is the title of today's show, and I'm so thankful that we have amazing local shopping, like shopping for locals, products made by locals.
For locals.
For locals. It's as local as it gets, and that's why you're on the local show, Shae. It's like local, local, local. It's hardcore.
In an original local Victorian miners' cabin.
Which
so
is
it's
also
just
so authentic.
from the bottom up, from the bottom to the top, we're all about locals.
Yeah, well, you've been at it for a long time. How many years have you been in local retail now?
Well, this store...
Because you had Sachet.
Right, I had Sachet. The Aspen Emporium and Flying Circus actually just celebrated its 10th birthday on last Saturday.
Congratulations.
Or actually, it was the 11th. So it was 11/11/11 at 11 a.m. We opened 10 years ago.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, so that was pretty
Congratulations.
fun. Thanks. Yeah,
and then you had your other retail store, Sachet.
Sachet I had for almost 20 years. And then people who worked with me at Sachet ended up buying it, and it's still in existence. I had Living the Dog's Life in Aspen, which was the most fun pet boutique. That was on Cooper Avenue next to the Red Onion, or where the Red Onion used to be. Yeah. That was a lot of fun.
So that's like, yeah, well over 30 years, 35 years of local retail.
Yeah.
I mean, that's incredible longevity. It's almost, you know, kind of like unicornish.
It's magical.
So tell us about the magic of being a unicorn and like some of those secrets to being a long-time kind of retail entrepreneur.
You know, you have to, for me, you have to have a business that brings you joy.
Yeah.
That you can spread not only the joy of creating a business, but you also are able to share that with the people around you. So with Shae, it came from a love of flowers. My mother was a gardener, and we always, when I was in college, I worked in flower shops. So it was always a love of flowers and color and scent and beauty. The Aspen Emporium and Flying Circus came about because I have so many friends that are artists and that are so talented. And they were terrified of taking the next step. So what do? I make beautiful clothing, I make beautiful jewelry, I paint, whatever it is that they create, I bake. And now what do? I've got piles and piles of jewelry, I've got lots of pillows, I've got, you know, canned pickles and salsas. What do? I don't know what to do, because they're creators, but they don't have the ability or the confidence perhaps to take the next step forward in sharing their creativity with the world.
How do you take it from a product to a business?
Exactly. And I guess my art is that I somehow can put all that together and enjoy creating the business, the art of business that shares with other people. So the Emporium and Flying Circus is really a collective. It's an artisan's collective. It's not a co-op. Our artists don't work in the store. We don't trade things out. It's a collective of 84 currently local and regional Colorado artists that all participate under one big top, if you will, and then we sell their products. So they can do what they do best, which is creating and coming up with new ideas, and we can do what we do best, which is merchandising, selling, and sharing their stories with the people who come into our store.
So is it a combination when you're sourcing these different artists and artisans and craftsmen, and them approaching you, or you're approaching them, or it's kind of a combination in terms of actually getting them in the store?
I think it's more of a combination.
Okay.
When I had Shae and when I had Living the Dog's Life, I had several local artists and vendors that participated in those stores.
Okay.
And I always thought that it would be really important to create an environment where it was all local. So it's not exported. It's not or imported from other places. So it's not made in China. It's not imported from India. It's made here in the United States. And then it was, okay, well, maybe we can narrow it down. Maybe we can have it made in Colorado.
Yeah.
Maybe it can be made in our valley. So what we've done is attempted to have as much as possible valley-wide, which is Aspen to Glenwood, maybe a little bit on either side, you know, out to Newcastle and what have you, Paonia and Hotchkiss.
Sure.
And then we have a handful of artists that perhaps they're here in the winter, but they live on the Front Range in Denver in the summertime. Or maybe they grew up in Aspen, but now they're studying jewelry making in San Francisco at the art school.
Okay.
So we try just, the idea is to keep it local. And local can sometimes have little tentacles stretching out, but there's always a connection.
Well, we've got a nice little virtual tour.
Yep.
Courtesy of yourself.
Yep.
So what are we going to see? Just a quick little
Yeah, it's just we're going to show you the store, which is the original, almost 130-year-old Victorian miner's cabin on Main Street across from the Hotel Jerome. Historic. We're not allowed to do anything really to it. And we're just going to wander in through the store. So you'll see numerous artists, from handmade birdhouses and wood that's pressed in different colors, and jewelry made out of circuit boards. And we actually have the only oil and vinegar tasting bar in Aspen, in the valley.
Ooh, I got to check that out.
Yeah, so I believe we're up to 55 different oils and vinegars, and then all the combinations. And you can try all of those things in the store. We have a huge selection of local hot sauces from Denver, Breckenridge, Steamboat, Hotchkiss, Cedar Ridge, Basalt, and vinaigrettes and things like that.
Wow.
There are chocolate truffles. We have local chocolate maker from Carbondale that is always bringing us new chocolate bars. So the things
Now you're really talking my language.
Yeah, and of course, with our Lunas, we have a dog barkery.
Nice.
Just right underneath our big top is the most wonderful dog barkery filled with no animal products in them, all organic, grain-free doggy treats.
Healthy, conscious doggy treats?
Healthy, conscious with peanut butter and carob and dehydrated yogurt. And they look good enough to eat.
All right, so many, many favorite things there. I've gotten the locally made cards for my family.
Yes.
I got a beautiful see-through, almost like a laser picture of the maroon bells.
Solarography by artist Peter Steele. He actually has a patent pending on that process. He digitally enhances the image into glass, so it's like a transparency, almost like an old style slide, but it's glass, and you hang it in front of a window or underneath a light, and it just shines through. It doesn't fade, it doesn't peel. Yeah, it's beautiful.
I have one for myself. I got one for my brother. I get my local eggs, which are in your cookies. If you make it through this grueling test of conversation, in my homemade chocolate chip cookies. I get my local honey from you.
Yes.
There's so many neat things. Of course, the barkery. We have to elaborate on that for our Lunas.
Yes.
So you get their health conscious, a wide variety of dog treats.
They're basically,
and it's really the selection in the valley, right?
Yep. They're basically just the same hard dog biscuit, which is a grain-free, just has barley in it.
Okay.
Dog biscuit in different shapes. Some of them have peanut butter. Some of them have carob, which dogs can have. No chocolate, but carob. Dehydrated yogurt that's all whipped up so that it looks like whipped cream. They're just very fancy. They look like cupcakes and birthday cakes and birthday bones and peanut butter bars and cannolis, all for your pet.
Man. So incredible. Yeah, it's just such a fun. The thing is, you guys make it like circus-like in terms of it's like a fun experience. It's not just the products. It's like there's a vibration in there and an atmosphere that's fun.
Controlled mayhem to dazzle and delight.
There you go.
On a daily basis.
All you need is a little top hat, maybe one of those canes.
I had one of those for our birthday party on 11/11. I was the ringmaster with my hat, and I needed a whip.
Oh, wow.
Not a cane, but the whip.
That might be appropriate these days for certain customers.
It would be.
Wait a minute.
Right.
We don't care what you do back in Texas.
Easy now. They spend money here.
No, we love our Texans.
Although I don't know how Texas is even open, because this past week there have been hundreds and hundreds of Texans here. So, I mean, they're back. So it's good. They're back.
Yeah.
We're open. This time last year, everything was shut. It was quiet. There wasn't a car on Main Street. I am thankfully happy that this Thanksgiving we will be open and have a beautiful day.
And now's the time to kind of get that shopping done. So I like to do it kind of on the early side, pre-Thanksgiving, so it's not a stressful thing. It's actually fun. It can actually be fun to shop for your family.
Yeah.
I pretty much just buy for my immediate family. And, that includes my doggies.
And Luna.
And just kind of like a couple fun ideas, like locals.
Sure. Well, the thing about shopping at the Emporium and Flying Circus is that you're not only, when you walk in, you are either walking in to make yourself feel good, or you're looking for something to make somebody else feel good.
Right.
And the third component that people don't really think about is, because of the nature of us being an artisans collective with local artists and vendors, purveyors of everything, the third is that you're making them feel good. So the way we've got it set up is, when you buy something, regardless of whether it's a food product, a textile product, jewelry, dog treats, books, whatever it might be, that money ends up going back to that local artist. So you're making yourself feel good by buying something, you're making the person who's receiving it good, and you're making the artist feel good.
And the other thing that's really, really important, and you're not going to say this because you're the owner of the shop, but supporting small local businesses that desperately need our support, especially local-oriented businesses that are becoming incredibly rare.
Yeah.
It seems like you got to push outside the core now, out into a location like Main Street, which might also be a key to success, as downtown Aspen has become unattainable, for like mom and pop businesses. So supporting those. Like the Ute Mountaineer, another long-time business I've supported. They've been there over 40 years.
Yeah.
But it's coming down to like a handful of places that are really affordable, really relevant to locals. Like, just because it's affordable. Now, I love the thrift shop. They're also former underwriters of the show. I love those ladies. It's like 153 ladies that I want to be my grandma.
Yeah.
But it's kind of coming to Susie's. I love Susan
Sure.
Harvey.
Sure.
But to support those businesses, I think, is incredibly important.
I think that in this time that we're in right now with pandemic and fear and, the whole COVID experience, and we're finding that there's shortages because so much comes from outside the United States. And you see, when you watch television or the news, you see these freighters with cargo just sitting there waiting to come in.
Yeah.
When you support a local business, and especially a local artisans collective and vendor collective, those products are here. These people live here. They live in our valley. They live in the United States. They live in Colorado. They're making things, and they're here. So there's no reason to outsource them, if you will.
Right.
You don't have to go online and see where you can buy the next pair of, I don't know, a toaster or a dog leash. Go to a local store and get one handmade.
Right. It's keeping the money in a local economy. It's also more environmentally conscious, if you think about it, because we don't need to transport items from Shenzhen, China, when we can get it from Paonia, Colorado.
You can get it from
or
Aspen, Colorado. Exactly.
Things that are here locally already don't have as
Sure.
much transport involved, as much carbon footprint. So
And
it's really a win all across the board, right?
And you get to hear the story about the people who actually made it. So it's
Right.
not made in a sweat factory in China or India or someplace like that.
Yeah.
When you come into the Emporium and Flying Circus on Main Street, you get to know the story behind the person who made it and why they made it. For instance, we have the most amazing marble jewelry from Marble, Colorado, which is a gem that most people just don't even know about. So we have the marble quarry in Marble, Colorado that produces the most pure white marble of anywhere in the world.
Right.
It's quarried and exported to Italy to make into sinks that then come back in counters that you can then buy in Colorado. But we have an artist that makes beautiful jewelry. So the marble from the marble jewelry and the marble from the marble quarry is what was used for the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, the Lincoln Memorial, the Washington Monument, and we have it. We're the only place in Aspen that sells this jewelry.
Incredible.
And it's made from a third-generation young lady that lives at the bottom of the marble quarry.
I met one of your other artists when I was in last week, getting my eggs and honey supply, who makes local jewelry and bracelets. And,
yes, exactly.
It's really fun.
Yep.
Like, sometimes you get to actually meet the artists when you're in there.
Oftentimes, but they come through, they're restocking, they're re-merchandising. We do have special days with tastings and sampling and artists coming and showing how they make things. And so at any given time, you'll meet somebody that's creative.
I like the sampling and the tasting.
Yes.
And every so often we get some treats when we come in there.
Yeah, that's right.
Most often, actually.
With some toffee and chocolates and hot sauces. Anytime you want to try some hot sauces or the oil and vinegars, we're right there to share with you.
Oh, man. Well, good, healthy, like extra virgin olive oil is one of the healthiest things you can eat, or avocado oil.
Yeah.
All these kinds of healthy oils. So let's shift a little bit because we're about to step into ski season with our ski boots on.
There we go.
For me, my alpine touring boots, skinning up Highlands. But what are some of the things you're most looking forward to this
in the winter
season? Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Besides work and all the work stuff.
Well, I'm looking forward. I'm a Highlands girl myself, as you know, so I'm looking forward to going back to work at Highlands. And
as an ambassador.
As an ambassador. So I have the best job in the world. I take people skiing. That's all I do. Well, it's not all I do, but I take people skiing and show them around the beauty of Aspen Highlands and sort of an on-mountain concierge, tell them about Aspen. But I also work with Aspen Highlands Ski Patrol and Aspen Mountain Ski Patrol and produce their fundraisers and get people to know about their search and rescue dogs on the mountains.
That's right.
So we have dog days 2 or 3 times a winter season at Aspen Highlands where we dig caves and you can be buried and the dogs will find you.
I've done that.
Yeah, and we
they put bologna in my pocket. And that's no bologna.
Well, one thing that we do is we sell Avalanche beacons for dogs, which actually is just a milk bone style dog biscuit that you would wear around your neck.
Okay.
Because let's face it, if I'm wearing a Avalanche doggy beacon and you're not, and we're both lost in an avalanche or get lost off the mountain just off a trail, who do you think the dog's going to find first, me or
Right.
you? Right, me.
Good point.
I've got the dog bone
That's
around
valid.
my neck. So
That's valid.
So that's one of the fun things that we do as well. Sell the T-shirts and the hats. And
So
things
those are
like
some
that.
of your favorite things coming
Sure.
up. And then do you like to do bowl laps kind of in your free time?
You
or-
know, I do, but it's not my most favorite thing. I really enjoy also going up Independence Pass in the wintertime.
Oh, I love that.
Just
up there.
hiking straight up. Yep.
I love
Absolutely.
that.
The gate's closed. Nobody's up there. There's no cars. It's just me and my dogs.
Yeah, we won't give away all our secret spots.
Sorry.
But no, that's a great
Don't
spot.
go up Independence Pass at the gate and take your dog hiking.
Whatever you do, don't go there.
Don't go there.
By the way, it was announced today that Maroon and Castle Creek Road are gated off.
Yeah.
So those will now be another recreation areas. Did you have fun on the show today, Shae?
I did. Thank you for having me again.
Thank you for being here, sharing all you offer at Aspen Emporium and Flying Circus right across
Yep.
from the Jerome.
Yep.
Thank you for offering that for our community. I really appreciate
It's
that.
a joy. It truly is.
And it was a joy for me to create some cookies for you.
Cookies for me.
And there's a couple other little goodies in there.
Oh my gosh, I am a lucky girl. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Fortunate, blessed, lucky. I can say the same for myself.
We create what we are. So it doesn't do any good to have a cloud over our heads. We have to be the very best we can be.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you for reminding us of
Yep.
all the positive and
Yep.
so many things to be thankful
Thanks.
for. And again, I'm thankful for you guys for joining us this week on The Local Show.
The Gonzo Foundation is a nonprofit organization created to promote literature, journalism, and political activism through the legacy of Hunter S. Thompson and is a proud supporter of The Local Show and GrassRoots TV. For more information, visit thegonzofoundation.org.
I'm so passionate about this community. I absolutely love living here and raising my family here. It gives me a lot of pride to share this with my friends and my clients and help them achieve their dreams of owning an Aspen snowmass and enjoying this incredible lifestyle.
Sundog Athletics, Aspen's adventure sports school, is your opportunity to experience private, all-inclusive snowshoeing, cross-country skiing, and fat biking instructional adventures that will improve your safety, performance, and enjoyment.
Welcome to the local show. People